The city lights blurred outside Maya's window. For 3 months, the silence of her apartment had been a hollow drumbeat of a life that was now halved. The breakup with Rohan wasn't just a lost love. It felt like a lost self. She saw his ghost in the empty coffee mug, the unread book they were supposed to discuss, and the silence where his laughter used to be. One evening, exhausted by her own grief, she picked up the worn copy of the Bhagavad Gita gifted to her by her grandmother. As her eyes fell upon the words of Krishna to the distraught Arjuna, a story began to unfold in her mind, a gentle, firm voice speaking to her heart's battlefield. The sage of the shattered heart, Maya found herself not in her apartment, but on a sun-dappled bank of a river. Before her sat a figure with a serene smile, cloaked in saffron, a sage who looked up with eyes that held the depth of the sky. "Welcome, Maya," the sage said, his voice a soothing melody. "You have brought a shattered vessel to the river, believing it to be your only source of water." "It holds my life, my future," Maya whispered, her voice tight with unshed tears. "Now it is empty." The sage nodded. "Let us examine the vessel's making. Krishna offers 5 principles from the Gita to mend not the vessel, but the hand that holds it, the nature of the soul, Atman, imperishable self. The sage began, "Know that your essence is not your relationship, nor your loss. Krishna says, Na jayate mriyate vakadachin, nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuya. Ajo nitya shashvato yampurano, nahanyate hanyamane sharire." The soul is never born, nor does it die at any time. The soul is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and primeval. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. Bhagavad Gita 2.20. You are the Atman, the eternal, pure consciousness. The relationship was a garment you wore, beautiful and warm, but a garment nonetheless. It has been shed. The wearer, your true self, remains untouched, whole, and imperishable. Your sorrow is for the garment, not the eternal spirit. Realize that you are not diminished by this external change. The wisdom of action. Karma Yoga. Focus on effort, not outcome. You are replaying every moment, every what-if, seeking a different result, the sage observed. But the past is an outcome. Your power lies in the present action, the present moment. He continued with Krishna's core teaching. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Bhagavad Gita 2.47. Your duty was to love, to commit, to be sincere, and you fulfilled that karma. The fruit of that action, the continuation of the relationship, was never in your hands to control alone. By fixating on the fruit, you allow the outcome, the breakup, to poison the purity of your effort, your love. Your duty now is to tend to your well-being, to rise each day, and to perform your tasks with excellence, unattached to the result of your grief. This is the path of resilience, the discipline of detachment, vairagya, freedom from clinging. The sage took a small, beautiful pebble from his pouch and let it drop into the river. Attachment is not love, Maya. Attachment is the mind's clinging to an object, person, or idea, believing our happiness is stored only there. Krishna diagnoses the root of all sorrow. Dhyayato, vishayan, pumsa, sangas, teshu pajayate, sangat sanjayate kama, kamat krodho bijayate. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment to them. Attachment leads to desire, and from desire arises anger, suffering. Bhagavad Gita 2.62. Your love was pure, but the attachment, the belief that only Rohan could complete your story, is what breeds this suffering. The relationship has ended, but the capacity for love has not. Practice vairagya, the letting go of the clinging so that the love remains a gentle, warm memory, not a chain of pain. The nature of the world, prakriti, impermanence and pairs of opposites. The sage pointed to the play of light and shadow on the water. Joy and sorrow, union and separation, heat and cold, these are the inseparable pairs of this material world, prakriti. He spoke the wisdom of equanimity. Matra sparsas tu kaunteya sitoshna sukhaduhkada, agama payino nityas tam stit kshasvabharata. The contacts of the senses with the objects, O son of Kunti, give rise to the feelings of heat and cold, pleasure and pain. They are temporary and fleeting, hence endure them, O Bharat. Bhagavad Gita 2.14. Your pain is real, a profound cold sensation, but like all experiences in this realm, it is fleeting. It has come, and it will surely pass. Do not fight the pain. That only makes it cling harder. Endure it, knowing it is a temporary condition of the body and mind, not of your eternal self. Your task is to become the observer of this pain, not its prisoner. The path of devotion, bhakti, surrender to a higher purpose. Finally, the sage smiled warmly. When the battle is too great and human logic fails, there is only one sanctuary. He quoted Krishna's ultimate promise. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mashucha. Abandon all varieties of attachment and simply surrender unto me. I shall liberate you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Surrender, Maya, is not giving up. It is giving up control. Surrender the story, the pain, the guilt, and the what-ifs to your highest self, to the divine plan, or to a greater purpose that is forming just out of your sight. Trust that the universe did not subtract something from your life. It cleared a path for something else, something necessary for your soul's journey. Let go of the need to control the outcome and trust the process of your own healing. Do not fear your future. The riverbank faded. Maya was back in her apartment, the book resting in her lap. The hollow drumbeat of silence was still there, but something had shifted. She was still sad, but the sadness was no longer a cage. It was simply a feeling, a temporary cloud in the vast sky of her eternal self. She closed her eyes. I am the soul, whole and unbroken. My love was my action. The result is no longer mine. I will let go of the clinging so the sorrow can pass. I will endure this pain, for it is fleeting. I surrender this story to the greater purpose. Maya stood up, walked to the window, and looked at the city lights. They were no longer blurring. They were clear, distinct, and waiting for her. The hand that had held the shattered vessel was now strong, ready to begin the work of building a new, self-directed path. The battle was over, and the true self had won.